Hello. There we are. 5 months, 1 week, 5 days since the last time I was live. It's been a fat minute. Hope you guys have enjoyed the off season. It still feels like the off season. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly tell I'm a little rusty. Mic wasn't working properly. No bueno. We're good now. Forgot to test that. I just kind of assumed it would be working. But yeah, been a minute. Hope y'all are well. I see you got some OGs. My ride or die is still in chat. What's up, Shadow Mist, Kujis, Grim, Draconic, Breeze, AJ, Kujis? I agree. Group 4 would have been good. Honestly, I think Group 4 might have been even better than Group 1. I originally wanted to pick Group 4. I was in VC with a bunch of people, and they peer pressured me into requesting Group 1. And I kind of wish that I kept Group 4, but it's fine. We'll go over that. What's up, Pickle? Well, I gotta test YouTube chat. For some reason, I'm not seeing YouTube chat with my Twitch. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, guys, it's been a while. I'm rusty. Frankly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do any more of this, to be honest. After the end of last tournament, I kinda disappeared from a bunch of servers. Wasn't sure if I was ever gonna come back to tournament streaming. My plan was to quit Blitz, see how tournaments go, maybe drop that too. With the new tournament manager, I felt like it was my responsibility to maybe help out and use the transition, so here I am. Will I stick around? To be determined. I definitely don't think I'm going to be coming back to playing Blitz too actively, which it's a bit of a bummer for my tournament streaming role, just because, you know, it's useful to kind of follow the scene and to know all the teams and all the players and how the meta is and how the maps are. And that's kind of something that I've been lacking a little bit in the last 6 months. Normally I like to pride myself on keeping really up to date with all the teams and the game, you know, being an eligible player of the game. But frankly, I've been very separated from Blitz for the past several months, and I don't really have that strength right now. I know that there was a rebalance. I know some basic things about a lot of the changes, like Concept 1B being a clipper and reactive being removed on most tier 10s, all the heavies. But in terms of small details and stuff, I'm going to be missing a little bit of that. I have a decent idea what the meta is. I've been involved enough to know that, but we're good. Yeah, I see a ping, muted. Yeah, no, we're good now. That was an issue with my OBS. But yeah, it has been a minute, y'all. Only other thing is I kind of got a bit of a new PC setup since the last time I streamed. Not a new PC, but a new monitor. And it was a 1440p monitor. Normally I've always been in 1080p, and it completely messed up my overlay. And it was taking a lot of effort to fix it. So what I decided to do is, because I have my main 1440, and then I have my 1080 off to the side, and then another 1080 off to the side. So I'm going to have Blitz on one of my old 1080 monitors. And so it's going to be like a little awkward because I'm going to be looking off to the side. The monitor that I used to have chat on right here with my webcam, this is now where my Blitz monitor is. Even though this is normally not my primary monitor, this is one of my secondaries. My monitor right here is going to be the one that, like, if I want to share something on my screen, which I will be doing shortly because I want to look at the brackets. And then off all the way to the right now I have a third monitor on my right. That's going to be chat and OBS and all that sort of thing. So yeah, slightly different setup. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to on my end, but we're going to roll with it. Eventually I'd like to convert over to the 1440p monitor, but frankly, getting the new overlay set up was very painful, and I don't know if I'm ever going to do that. I'm just going to have to suck up with having Blitz on my secondary monitor during these streams. It's fine. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys a couple things, talk about the tournament a little bit. So I guess we can start off by getting into the PYS. So this is actually the second day of the tournament. First day already happened. You should go ahead and go to Blitz now. And so here are the regulations. So up to 64 teams participating. I believe we had 31, so just less than 32. Got my invite. I'll go there in a bit. But after the first day, we are down to 16 teams. So I think it was top 2 from each group moved on, or was it just top 1? I think the regulations show top 1, but I don't know how many groups there were yesterday. How many groups were there? First stage, group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it was top 2 from each group moved on to today. We have 4 groups today, and I would love to show you these on the website, but for some reason the website's broken and these aren't there. But they're 4 groups, and then the top 2 from each of these groups will move on to tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be down to 8 teams. There will be 2 groups of 4, and the number 1 team from each group qualifies directly into the tournament. So this kind of isn't a PYS. Like, PYSs don't usually have that. Normally that's like a qualifier, but I like this format in the past. It basically means the best teams don't end up playing PYS 2 and 3, and so we get to see other teams kind of step up into that day 3 and maybe see some more upsets going on there. So it's an interesting format. But yeah, really quickly, the group that we will be watching is Group 1. We have Photon, Kitten M, 7 Rats, and Oblivion. Oblivion from last season, 3rd place team. Group 2 is Astro, Chem, Autis, and VZN. Group 3 is Moon, Fide, SLN, Statline, and GG Dash. Old clan, but new players on this team. In Group 4, Metro, Onyx, Origin, and Rejects. So lots of teams missing from this tournament. Most notable one, guys, Joker is not playing this season. This is not a cash season, unfortunately. This is a gold season. And they are not interested at all with there not being any cash. So no cash means no Joker, apparently. And they are not here. So unfortunately, we will be missing them. Apex is not playing this PYS, although I am being told that they do plan on joining the season eventually. I think PYS 1, they had a hiccup with registration. I think one of their players got banned is what I was told. I don't know how accurate that is. But PYS 2, they should be around. I do have to update the logos properly. I was testing out some stuff. We got Oblivion on the left and Kitten M on the right. Okay. So, hold on. I pressed the button for updating the team. There we go. Now one thing I did want to test out, one thing I didn't get to test out in my overlay was, looks like the timer is a little messed up. So I want to crop that really quickly. Unfortunately, it's something I cannot test on my own because there's no way I can show the timer without actually being in a tournament first. So if I edit transform and I open preview projector, I want to just crop that less. Looks good. All right, we're good. But what was I saying? I don't remember what I was in the middle of saying. But read the chat for a sec here. What's up, random person? Welcome to the stream. Tico, hello, hello. Pickles in the chat. Dizzy, hello, hello. But yeah, no Joker. No money means a lot of teams are not interested in playing. I'm honestly surprised Apex is playing. Origin also. Origin's main roster is not playing. They do have a team. Korra is still fielding a team with a couple players from the main team. I think 2 or 3 others. But they mostly picked up pub players from their clan and from other clans to play in the tournament. So I don't expect Origin to play at the same level that they usually do. That being said, Korra tends to do really well, performing very well with players that I personally wouldn't consider caliber of a top team. It's what they did in this past season. This season, if you call it a season, some people aren't even calling it a season, they have a lot more of them, to the point where they're not just bench players but going to be playing as well. And not to take a dig at the players for how good they are, but it's not players that you expect of a top caliber team, but Korra usually does more with less, so am expecting to see them do well regardless of that. We're going to go ahead and get started with the first map, Mayan Ruins. Oh goodness, I have to make sure that this still works too. I didn't test the map intros. Hopefully it works. Seems like it is. You guys still hear me? Yes? Okay, so that's still working. Haven't been able to test everything since I switched over to the new computer, but we're good. Welcome Sliver, welcome I Love You. Hello everybody. It's good to have you all back in the chat as well. I definitely have missed tournament streaming. Tournament streaming's always been something I enjoyed, regardless of how I feel about Blitz. I've always still enjoyed tournament streaming, and I don't expect that to change. Oh no. One thing I did not test was my free cam mod. I no longer can fly high up in the sky anymore. I was talking to Nino and he said it broke. He couldn't figure out a way to fix it. I never tested it on mine to see if mine broke, but his broke. It looks like mine is too. So unfortunately, normally I'd like to fly up high in the sky, get to show you guys everything going on, but I'm not going to be able to do that this time. Looks like we are down low, but we can just get right into the game here. It's going to be a little bit harder to see everything, but we are seeing Oblivion mostly play on the A side. Kitten taking an early grab of the C base. That's going to be Kermit stepping it, but B being grabbed by Pafalupi. Yes, the Joker player Pafalupi is now in Oblivion since Joker's not playing and Paffy still has a desire to play tournaments. He's grabbed the B base for Oblivion, going to push through. VZ55 being used here. One common thing that we're going to be seeing a lot this season, looks like Hitting making a move on Akame, and the E4 who has dug himself in here. E4 is not a tank I was expecting to see in the meta. Oh my goodness. Ranger getting hit pretty hard too. Man, not being able to free camp super high in the sky is actually going to be quite painful in terms of seeing things, especially on this map. It looks like Kitten wants to push Akame, but Akame's probably got a good bit of backup here. Yeah, Ranger, Gentleman, Dizzy, all backing him up, so they might still be able to get the kill. What I was about to say is, one common thing we're going to be seeing this season is Clippers. Now that Reactive is gone, Clippers have kind of taken off a little bit. Kind of exposed a problem with the balancing right now. Ranger's going to pick up the kill on Nico to even things up. But, yeah, Reactive had previously done a little bit to stave off the Clippers from just completely deleting everything instantly. But now, without Reactive, Clippers are just super powerful at getting quick, fast kills. J-Tag getting picked off quite quickly. Darkest trying to go for the kill on Group. Dizzy with some good HP sharing. And 13, Group, Dizzy, all going to be shooting him here. And Oblivion's looking poised to take this one. They're about to have a 2-tank lead. Darkest Savage not able to get the kill on Group, but Group missed a shot, so Darkest will actually be able to pick that up. Come on, you just got to hit it. Missing the kill shot, actually gets ram killed from Dizzy backing into him. That actually could have been really good for Kit, and they would have had a tank lead right now. They do not. Things are still kind of close on the HP. I thought we were going to be seeing Oblivion running away with it, but still relatively close. Oblivion does have the extra base cap, though. Lots of pressure onto Kit and M. Most of their HP remaining is in triple threat here. He's trying to hunt down Group, but N13 is going to cover his rear. The rest of Oblivion rotating around to the other side, trying to deal with Agent Kermit here. Maybe Dizzy can sneak in for a kill on either him or Dashes. I like the username. One thing I haven't paid much attention to. Oh, Dizzy not even looking at Dashes. Interesting. Don't know what was going on there. Missing that shot. Lots of misses here from both teams. Not that it matters so much for Oblivion because they have bases. Big roll into Dizzy. He gets the kill and Dashes anyway, though. Could have gone down a little bit earlier and things could have gone differently. Would have been a 3v2 after those kills, but still a comfortable cap lead for Oblivion. They take game 1. Putting up a pretty good fight. One thing they did quite well yesterday, they actually beat Void twice in their group. Void was a team that I don't necessarily know if people were expecting to do well, but it wasn't necessarily an outcome that people expected. And so that was very good for them to do. 3.6 for N13. Dash has had a good game, 3.9. One thing I haven't done as well, I haven't kept track of usernames and who's who. I know most of the people on Oblivion. I think I know them all. But a lot of these names are actually not familiar to me. Neko, Kermit, Dashes. Don't know who renamed user is. So these are things that I haven't kept the most up to date with. Let's see. Biggest mod fan. Yo, what's up, chat? Looks like 116 is still meta. It is. It's not the only meta tank though, and it's just still a good tank despite reactive being con. Being a clipper has been quite nice for it. No music for map intros got copyrighted. I turned them off. I turned off the music for map intros a long time ago because of that exact reason, because I get copyright striked. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. I'm going to risk it, share my screen. Does this work? Okay, it does. Good. I wanted to briefly show you yesterday's results. For some reason, I can't show today's brackets on the website, but Oblivion swept their bracket pretty hard. Moon was the second team to get in. Group 2, Astro and Chem kind of went back and forth here. Group 3, Origin dropped a game to Fide, but other than that, quite well. Autis beat Kittenem, but Kittenem beat Void, so this is what some people thought might have been a surprise. 7 Rats beat GG Dash in a tiebreaker. And the upper bracket set was a tiebreaker as well. Group 6 was Rejects over VZN. No problems for Rejects. They cleared. Group 7 Metro, going back and forth with Photon. And Group 8 was Onyx over Statline. Actually brings us right into game 2, so good timing here. Really annoyed that I can't fly high, though. I don't know if anyone's figured out a solution to that. From what I could tell, Nino said that the way he did the mod was completely broken, and I don't know of a different way of doing it. So that's pretty disappointing. It's actually going to make it a lot harder for me to keep track of what's going on in the fights, because some maps, Mayan Ruins is one, another one is Normandy. Those maps have really low skyboxes, and it's extremely difficult to fly high in the sky and keep track of what's going on. I won't be able to no-clip in through the map as well. In some maps like Ghost Factory, it's really nice to be able to fly through buildings and things, but won't be able to do that anymore with the mod not working. Anyway, back to the game. Kittenem taking an aggressive little push here through B. Oblivion looked like they had wanted to set up a nuke, but they backed off. They're using a bunch of KPZ-70s this game. They're running a bunch of random different tanks, though. You guys might have seen the Yag sneaking in the lineup here. think they're just kind of playing a little bit lightheartedly with their lineups. They're in 2v4's last game. They've got a Yag this time. I have seen a lot of KPZ 70s from Oblivion, though. That is one tank that I have seen consistently from them and throughout the offseason and scrims and whatnot. It's a team that seems to like this tank a lot more than other teams do. I haven't seen really other teams running it, but Oblivion's been enjoying it quite a bit. Anyway, we are going to be seeing Neko trying to grab the B base. Looks like he is hidden enough to do it. Oblivion had grabbed A, but now the double cap from Kitten is going to put pressure onto Oblivion this time. Let's see if we can pick a player that's like on the edge so I can see the most amount of people. I mean, I guess that's just Ranger here in the Yag. Don't think he's hit anything yet here, but it will come. Unfortunately, though, since Oblivion is down on the caps, they have to make a push. Yag isn't the best tank to push with, but he's still got reasonable vision if Triple Threat decides to get a little bit aggressive in the middle. Hopefully Kitnem is taking into account the fact that there has been a Yag unspotted this entire game. But we'll see. Put me in Apex, I'm ready, lol, JK, maybe not. I am no longer in Apex. I handed that clan off as soon as I left Blitz, so I will no longer be the person to ask for that. It's like Oblivion's trying to sneak a little kill into J-Tag here, actually. They made a little rotate around. N13's got another shot, but oh my goodness, getting completely nuked. Can Gent get the pen here? He does. Not a high enough roll. Don't think J-Tag will survive this, and HE will do it. Gentleman should have that, no problem. He does. J-Tag tried to get one more shot in, but he couldn't. But that was not worth it for Oblivion. They lost a full health N13 for that. Gentleman's on half HP. There we go. Shot from Ranger. Yag is doing something. Kitnem knows exactly where he is, though. But what is happening over in the base? Looks like Akame trying to make a play on the Kronvon. He is alone. And Akame, having the high DPM G-Sor, will be making the play towards the base. Dizzy missing that shot. Come on, Dizzy. It is a 2v1, and Kermit's now realizing this. He does have a little bit of support from Renamed User. Group and Dash is getting traded over on the other side. Looks like Neko took a pretty big hit. But looking back at Kermit here, if Renamed User can get through, pick the kill on Akame, he does, and then block Dizzy. I don't know why he's backing up like that. You want to HP share for your teammate, don't you? I'm not really sure what that play was. Doesn't seem to matter either way. Dizzy low rolls the shot, and now Renamed User is in a good position. Kermit also able to back away from Gentleman, who we saw coming in here, but it doesn't matter. Kittenham actually takes game 2 on caps. Nice rotation back from that Kronvon to help out. Strange HP sharing play. Definitely would have been easier for Kittenham if, you know, he had eaten that shot instead of his teammate. But also Dizzy missed that shot of his own going in there, and that definitely would have changed things quite a bit. But Kittenham will take game 2. Well played to them. Oblivion tried to push through in the middle with a counter push, but failed. With N13 getting bled out, Gentleman taking too much damage, and yeah, really good stuff from Kittenham. Equaling it out against, frankly, Oblivion are the favorites to win this season in the opinion of a lot of teams, a lot of individuals that have asked. So the fact that they were able to take off a game, very nicely done. Impressed by that. This is only a best of 3. We are going to tiebreaker here. Going to be on, what is this? It's on Oasis Palms. Get that all set up. They've added these new color mini-maps since I've last played the game. I had to adjust the cropping a little bit of the mini-map little display that I put in there, because the size changed slightly, but that was pretty cool that they add the color things. I actually do quite like it. It is a little bit distracting having that on the mini-map and in-game, but it's cool. KPZs are interesting picks. Yeah, Oblivion really likes them. I haven't seen other teams using them. Granted, it's been a couple months since I really was following scrims and whatnot, but some teams I've seen run them, they just don't like them, but Oblivion has liked them in the past. Turning App also has left at us. There was a Blitz Assistant app. It's pretty dead, yeah. 5 years for the kind of cheese, yeah, man. Crazy, crazy. All right, Oasis Palms, let's introduce it for the tiebreaker here. Saw some interesting tanks from Oblivion as well. We saw some Yos in there. What's up, Shoto? Welcome to chat. Yo, yo, yo. Good to have you in here. Also, Dexter D, I missed the follow. Thanks for the follow. And Grim with the sub. I missed the sub as well. My fault, dude. Grim, thank you so much. Very kind. Oblivion going for their blind fires. For some reason, Kitten, I'm not shooting blind fires. This is like one of the maps, one of the few maps that you can blind fire, and you might as well. It's not like you're going to have interactions very quickly. No light tanks from Kitten M. They are running a Type 5 Heavy who Dizzy finds immediately, and he's just going to get bled out hard here. Felice. Oh my goodness, he almost hit that blind shot into Dizzy, but now he's lit for 20. Dizzy's just going to be able to farm this for free. Big risk for Kitten bringing this tank. Unfortunately, it was the Heavy that spawned the furthest away, so he's just getting farmed for free. Dizzy should be able to put in another shot. No, he's not going to try. But what is going on here with Kitten M? Oh my goodness. Neko trying to make a play here, but Oblivion completely ready for it with those Yos. Kron's in the front. However, Kitten M does have put good shots into Gent. J-Tag is unloading his last shot. Can he get the kill? Misses it. Savage dash his renamed user going to come in with basically full clips. J-Tag gets picked off though. The Yos are farming from the rear. They both got the double shots though, so not crazy DPM. And renamed user needs to start putting in shots. Did Dashes missed one? I thought I saw Dashes missed. Anyway, 2 quick kills from Kitten M, but they are down so much HP right now. Neko is on 100 HP. Triple Threat on 300. Kermit, who's been getting farmed up by Dizzy this entire time, going down. The initial kills are nice, but there's no sustain here, and Oblivion are able to get these kills quickly. I was saying, downside of the Yo double shot is the lack of DPM, but the upside is really fast exposure to dump the clip, right? He can just put in those 2 shots and get right back. Like, Akame didn't really take any punishment for that. Ranger's just going to be able to put in 2 quick ones and hide again. Oblivion's going to get the kill on the Type 5 Heavy. Dizzy now going around for Triple Threat. Now, the double crons were able to get the kill on Akame, but that's everything left in the tank. Kitten M put everything into that initial push. Didn't quite work out. I really don't know what that Type 5 was for. Don't really know what its role was, where it should have gone. But unlucky for Kitten M, I do have to say, that it was spawned in such a position that, you know, Dizzy was able to roll up on them. But that's also something you have to consider in the strat is if the enemy has a light tank, they can just shove, right? And what can you do about it if they just shove? So, there is no answer to that from Kitten. Didn't work out too well for them. And Oblivion will move on to the winner's side. Although, props to Kitten M for making Game 1 close and actually taking Game 2. They're performing quite well this tournament. One Abrams, I know, right? And you check how long you've been subbed, though? I mean, it should show with your badge, right? I don't know. Any idea what stream awards are this year? I don't. What's up, Skywalker? What's up, Loomis? At Type 5 or is it a premium? It's a collector tank. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. I would love to go to the website to check on how all the other sets were doing, but unfortunately, the website's broken for today, so we're just going to have to look the old-fashioned way. Put the camera back on. We don't need the scoreboard anymore. But looking at the chart, 7 Rats has already beaten Photon as well, it appears. So we got 7 Rats Oblivion in the upper bracket finals, which was as expected, to be honest. Group 2 looks like Aster beat VZN, and Chem Altus are still playing. Group 3, Moon beat SLN, but the other group is still playing, otherwise this match would be determined. Group 4, Origin beat Onyx 2-0, and Rejects beat Metro then. Okay, so that's how everything's going so far. Nice. Take care, AJ. No wait till it comes out cheaper. Yeah, Type 5 is not particularly strong in my opinion. Better than 100? Eh. It's fun. I do have the tank. Why is there type 5 going to do things to commit now? Man. Was that not intentional, Cat? Oh, you're not. You're sick, not playing. Got it. Yeah. Makes sense. I will say, make sure no spoilers. This is something I have to kind of repeat every time I do a new season. I'm sure I'm going to be getting new viewers with the new teams, especially since it's been 6 months since the last season. I'm sure there's new people that are around. If you are in a set, I'm streaming with 3 minutes of delay. So if you know something happens, please don't say it right away in the chat as soon as it happens, because what you say in the chat is ahead of what people see on stream by 3 minutes. So if it happens, just wait until you see it on stream to comment. Like I've had in the past where one of the teams that was playing loses a player really quickly, and that player comes to chat and says, bro, that was BS, I just died, or whatever. And no one's even seen it yet. And then everyone's just like, bro, you just spoiled it for me. So that tends to happen every once in a while. So just kind of putting the preface out there. I'll make sure to remind people every now and then, but no spoilers in the chat. If you, A, if you are playing and you know what happens, or B, if you know the outcome of the set by checking early. Just no need. But yeah, that's about it. And that, I guess we can chill out for a little while. Oblivion 7 Rats is going to be in like 12 minutes, I believe. So we'll chill for now. It's 41 months. Damn, bro. It's a long time. I think Grim might be like one of the only people that actually has you beat there. Stevo is his name on Twitch, but I know him as Sir Grim in Blitz. He might be the only person that has you beat. 56 months. Yeah, insane. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much as long as I've had affiliate. Almost as long as I've had affiliate. Pretty correct. $20 to 34 after Twitch takes their cut. 41, yeah, nice. Where's the website broke? Yeah. All right, well, I mean, I guess what we can do is we can play Blitz until the next game. I'll be honest, I have played a tiny bit in the last 6 months. The only bits that I've played, you know, message in chat, still off. What's up, Dexter? What do you mean by still off? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, that was an old chat. I don't know why I'm seeing it just now. I've played a little Blitz. The only Blitz that I've played is one, there was a CC event that happened like a month or two afterwards. I think it was like October or something. So I played that. And then I think when Big Boss came out recently, I played a little bit of Big Boss. And occasionally I got on to play Big Boss in another mode with a friend. But no pubs, no quick tournaments, nothing clan related. None of that really. I've not been playing. So I'm going to be rusty. What mode is out? It is Burning Games. There are a couple interesting tanks that I would like to play. One of them I did try in Big Boss. It was the 4K5 with the new 2-shot gun. Should be pretty wicked. Looks like to change out the consumable. Doesn't have the clip one anymore. We'll put this on. Is that where I would normally put it? I feel like it's not. I feel like I would normally put it in the middle. Yeah. So this is going to be really annoying for me. I guess while I have it on my main monitor, I can like do this. No, that's not going to work. How can I do this? I have a thing called Sizer. Make it 1080. Oh, it looks close enough. Maybe if I shrink it a little bit like that. Yeah, that fits pretty well. All right. So now I'm playing windowed, and I hate it. I don't like playing windowed like this, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll bother me just a little bit, but I'll get over it. I'll get over it. What's up, Trath? 6 months since last season. It's been the end of last season. Grand Finals was September 21st. Which was 5 months and 12 days ago. Nice. First shot back. I'm the GOAT. Now, I really don't care about my first life at all here, so I'm okay with just dying right off the bat. In fact, sometimes my strategy with the 4-shotgun was to just W key, get my clip out, and die. I don't know if I'll do that this time. Probably not. Yeah, nice. I'm clearly terrible. I think a lot of it, though, playing windowed on my main monitor, it's really small, actually. Blitz is super small, so, like, really awkward. Honestly, I might just throw it back on my secondary monitor, because at least it's big enough to the point where I can see what's going on. Because my monitor was, like... It's a 27-inch 1440p monitor, so the pixel density is higher, so everything's, like, a lot smaller if I make it 1080. So now I feel awkward because I'm, like, directly facing the cam when I play, when I normally don't. And I'm looking off to the side, which is something I don't normally do. So I'm going to be terrible, guys. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to be awful. I have not been playing Blitz at all. I don't care about my first life, so I was just kind of peeking, seeing if I could get in a shot before I die. But now I should have pretty ridiculous damage output. And I'd like to use it. Maybe I can hunt someone down over here. I didn't see if there was anyone. But they've grabbed C. But I'm curious to know how much damage I do with my clip now. Probably something ridiculous. I don't see any shots, unfortunately. Okay. 935, okay. Maybe I should have held that shot and saved it for the Sherry, but it's fine. Okay, now that I'm angled off to the side, it's really awkward for me. That E1 might just come and kill me. Yeah, I'm dead. Wait, he doesn't hit me very hard? He doesn't hit me very hard. Okay, that Sheridan, though, he's gonna kill me for sure. Yeah, I don't know if I love that play that I made. I mean, I had to do something. My team is making 0 progress. Yeah. Yeah, team is completely camping, not making any attempt to play for a base. It's fine. It feels so awkward having to game on my secondary monitor. Man. Been 6 months since last season? Yeah. Rain one, obviously, of course. Alright, I'll get my invite in 2 minutes here, so I'm not going to play another game. Just hang out. Yeah, so I'm going to be pretty off this season, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'll do my best. But unfortunately, yeah, my layout was perfect for 1080, but now with 1440, it's not great. It's not great at all. We're all good, though. Life's been going fine for me, though. I mean, just been working, really. Nothing crazy happening lately, which is a good thing in my opinion. I'm being pinged. Okay. Should be getting our invite any second. Just got our tank back as well, but I'm not playing another game, obviously. Yep, got our invite. Cool. Desert Sand. So this is a best of 5, so that's exciting. It's going to be on Desert Sands, Port Bay, and tiebreaker on Vineyards. Now, Oblivion did drop a game to Kitten M. Seven Rats did 2-0 Photon, so Seven Rats has the better record right now. Tune burning games for real? No. I'm good. I only had time for one game anyway. And now it's just going to be set after set after set, actually. Because this set has best of 5, and then right after it's lower bracket, and then right after that's grands, and then the stream's over, so. Only had time for one game anyway. But no, I don't really like platooning on streams like this, because with delay, it's just impossible to coordinate anything. It takes people forever to ready up and all that. And yeah, I'd rather not. Anyway, I'm interested to see what stuff we got cooking here for this set. Show the training room in about 20 seconds here. Normally you have to wait until there's less than 3 minutes left to show the training room, because I'm streaming with 3 minutes delay. Don't want people to be able to watch the stream and see what tanks the other team has, because as a spectator on both sides, I can see both teams' lineups. Whereas for like Oblivion right now, they can't see Seven Rats lineup. Seven Rats can't see Oblivion's lineup. I can show now though, but real quick, I forgot to update the logos. So we'll do that. I'll go to the training room. Seven Rats still hasn't quite showed yet, but they have a player here. They're getting their warm-ups in. But playing on a 1440, drop your sense by 15. My sense is fine. That's not the issue. The issue is my overlay on Blitz. Like, for example, I'm just going to show you right now. If I move Blitz over to my 1440p monitor, I have to recrop everything because it looks like this. It's bad. It's terrible, and I just didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like I have to recrop, resize, all that stuff. Like this is the team A, and then team B is right behind it. That whole bottom thing is the mini map, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's just completely broken, and I'm not willing to deal with that. Now, I did find one thing. It was an app called Sizer that makes it so that the game is in 1080p. I can make it windowed and run in 1080p if I click this button. But I still have to recrop everything because for some reason, when I full screen it on my 24-inch monitor, everything moves around a little bit compared to when I have it windowed on my primary monitor. It's really weird. I hate it. And also my game's a lot smaller when I make it like this on the primary monitor because it's got bigger pixel density. So it looks terrible. So I'm just going to throw it here. And it's just going to bother me that I have it off to the side. I guess technically I could have moved my 1080p monitor to being the one in front of me, but the way that I have everything wired, I have to unplug my monitors, and too much effort for what it's worth, man. So I'm just going to have to cope and see it. Anyway, 1 minute until Desert Sands. And we're seeing interesting lineup. Seven Rats is running tanks that I mostly expected. 116, very common. Kronvon, very common. Vickers light. I haven't really seen what the main light tank is. So I think a lot of them are viable right now. We've already seen the KPZ. Vickers must be viable. I would imagine the T100 is still viable sometimes. Maybe the Batchat 4-shot. I'm not sure. But yeah. And Oblivion, though, their lineup's just strange to me in the fact that they like the Yos. Not a tank that I would expect to see here. Maybe it got some buffs in the recent balance, but I haven't paid too much attention to it. GFT, throwback to an old meta. Felice is what a lot of people thought would be the meta at the beginning, but thankfully that tank hasn't completely taken over the meta. People were very unhappy that, brand new tank. I think it was the Christmas tank, wasn't it? I don't remember if it was a Christmas tank or what it was, but I remember it. No, was that the waffle? I don't know, man. I haven't been paying too much attention, but Fleece was introduced and it costed a ton of money to get. And so people were very concerned that it would become meta and then it would just be another pay to win meta. Thankfully, it's at least still the 116, so even though it is technically, yes, still a pay-to-win meta, it's the same as the previous one. So most players that have been playing comp already have it. It just makes it harder for new players to enter the tournament scene. So this is another map where it's kind of hard for me to see what's going on from the high level. Right now it looks like Oblivion is trying to pre-aim the crossing. Seven Rats is actually doing the same thing, funny enough. Seven Rats heavily pushing in through B here with the F3s actually going right around B, and they found a Kame, but Rax and Kame are going to try to put their clips in here. Choo Choo's actually getting hit incredibly hard. Who's that over there? Mista. They get the pick here, interestingly. Thought maybe Seven Rats would be able to get it, but no. I mean, they do get the pick, but they are now losing J-Ro as well. Gentleman, though, he got spotted putting shots in the crossing. The Gentleman's bled hard. Mista is going to try to make a move for J-Ro. Draconic's going to block him from being able to do that. Good HP sharing here, and Mista might as well back up. Chris trying to make a play around for group, missing that shot. He now goes down to Rax. J-Ro trying to put in the shots that he can before he dies. He has a full clip, so might as well. Rax is trying to HP share there for group. Takes the hit. Well played there. Rax should be able to pick up the kill here. Now Mista, rocking the Fleet, not going to shoot his remaining shell. It is a reserve shell mechanic tank, so his DPM would be completely gutted if he did that. Things are still okay for Seven Rats. They're not great. They're down a tank and they're down 1,000 HP. Now it's 2,000 with those shots going in. So it's not great. It's not completely lost yet. But with another tank going down, 5v3 is a challenging one. Ghost lit on fire from behind. Gentleman with a nice kill. Being able to stay alive despite getting nuked kind of early. Ranger's been fighting Quebec off. Quebec might still be able to get the kill, but not going to do a whole lot. Black Viper losing all of his HP. Now it's just Quebec remaining. This, by the way, this is Megu, if you guys were not aware. Megu is playing on Quebec's account. Questionable legality, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. I'm not going to be the person to be judge your executioner, but just calling it how it is. That's who it is. But not enough for Seven Rats. Their initial peak turned out to be a fail. Kame was kept alive long enough to get the nuke back on Seven Rats. And they take game one. Mista with 3.6. Nicely done. Time for game two. Read the chat. That you enjoy playing with the platoon. It's not going to fix things, but it's really painful to platoon on a stream with delay, so I'm just not going to do it. Never have. On YouTube new, right on, right on. Gonna redeem Y34, it's disabled. Yeah, sorry. Big tank switch ups for Seven Rats. It looks like we're seeing a Chieftain coming in. Didn't expect a Chieftain. Concept, a tank that I saw a lot a few months ago in the off season. Wasn't sure if we were going to see a lot of them, but looks like we are now. That tank got a pretty big change. It is now a 2-shot autoloader instead of being normally a single shot. Pretty big change. The tank is used quite nicely. Oblivion's running a couple as well with Kuran Vons. And they've got a light tank. Both teams having one. Vickers could be good in the matchup. Very, like, having HE could make good work of the Panzerwagon. We'll see if Megu is able to do that in game number 2 here. Let's go ahead and switch right into it. Type in please for Black Friday. Got it. Black Friday. Yeah, I mean, I'm just showing my lack of remembering here. I was around for it, but I just haven't really been keeping up with the game to remember these things. Like, I might have seen it and then just forgotten about it because I just don't care. I mean, it looks like a Kame, interestingly, spawning medium side with the concept. That's not something I would expect to see. Ranger and Gent going to be crossing over here. More re-aiming of the middle lane, and Dizzy's going to go for spots. Not going to see anything, though. Black Viper in the GFT will be able to get across unspotted. Oblivion not sending anybody over to the dunes. Quebec will have full control over that side. Dizzy might eventually go back over there. It looks like the Crons are too. So a bit of a late rotation here from Oblivion, but they are going. They're going to meet Choo Choo with Black Viper in Quebec in a 3v3. Question is Gentleman going to shove for this reset, or are they just going to play it slow here? I mean, I don't think you'd be able to get the reset either way, but do you try to catch Quebec out on the leaving rotation? Looks like it's going to be no. Gentleman trying for it, but not going to see anything here. There we go. Quebec spotting Dizzy and Ranger. Going to try to back out here. Black Viper and Choo Choo are now prepared for the push. The two tanks trade. Gentleman is going to get the shot on Quebec, though. Dizzy looking for one. Spots the GFT. Hits the GFT, who misses Dizzy back. Good play from Oblivion. 7 Rats should be hitting that shot, though. That would be a nice nuke into the light tank. Oblivion has rotated multiple tanks over in the meantime. 7 Rats will catch up on the caps, grabbing C. They actually still maintain the cap lead as Oblivion steals A, but at the moment Oblivion's completely left town alone, save Akame, who's actually moving up a little bit. They changed the map a while back to introduce these little dips. Is he going to be playing in this dip, or is he going to be trying to steal C? Maybe he's just assuming 7 Rats is completely pushed out of C. This is a ballsy play, considering Akame has zero support at all. But he gets spotted. Interesting. What is this? Is he just the sacrifice? I guess he's the sacrifice. As Oblivion's pushing elsewhere, they do get the pick on Viper. Oh, never mind. I understand it. So he knew that 7 Rats would be pushing over to back up Viper. And he knew that he wouldn't be focused here. So that makes sense, actually. I wasn't able to see everything. Really wish I had the ability to fly higher in free cam here, but I don't. This is as high as I can go right now. Ranger's not in a great position. He's got a Trath on his rear. I don't know if I agree with this backup, but somehow Quebec didn't go for the kill there. If Quebec was paying attention to Ranger, that would be a dead Kronvon right there. Ghost will eventually get in, but 7 Rats has a really nice counter push going here. Ranger's just going to do his best to put in whatever he can before going down. Good tracking shot. Doesn't allow him to get the last one in, but Oblivion able to get the pick on J-Ro. They also did get Trath in the middle. Now, Mista, Akame, Dizzy, Rax, all going to be coming in to clean things up. And although Gent does get picked, still a 5v4. Group can just put this last shot on. He actually gets another kill with it. Absolutely massive. Oblivion able to accomplish what they wanted to do with their initial push. Just 2 tanks going all the way in there. And then Ranger kind of sitting back a little more. But just by sending in those 2 tanks all the way, they were able to get 2 kills. And so Oblivion's play is just simply better here. They will end up on top. 4v2. Plenty more HP. Cap's not a factor in this game. Yeah, originally I was confused why Akame was pushing forward, but if I could see the whole map, I would have understood it better. Just a skill issue on my end. Also, I didn't realize how small I made the minimap. There's a new thing you can do now. You can just make the minimap huge. I used to have a macro that would change the size of the minimap on stream to make it really big so you guys could see it, but I don't even have to do that now. That was an interesting thing I noticed when I was messing around with my overlay, which is pretty funny. But I didn't notice how small it was just now, so my bad, guys. I wanted to make it a little bit larger for the stream. Alright, well that's a 2-0 lead for Oblivion. Winners finals here. This is a double elim, so loser will still have another chance. They're going to play against the winner of Kitten M and Photon. But here we go, 2-0 lead. Update the scoreboard. And go right back into the training room overlay. You're not trying to pay anyone else? Are you talking about streaming? Yeah, they don't even pay the players. Exactly. I wonder if I'm not getting paid for this then. Maybe that's a question I should ask. Maybe that's a question I should ask. I get paid for the season. This is the most important question for me right now. All right, anyway, 40 seconds left. Game 3, we're on Port Bay, and that is the map for games 3 and 4. Yo, shout out 3-4. Light tank on both teams. We're going to be rocking the Panzerwagen now. No Vickers for 7 Rats. We're seeing the Waffen come out. He's not actually picking the Waffen. Yeah, there we go. It's the Yo. I would love to talk to them at some point about why we're seeing the Yo and what it's good at now. Because I feel like, I mean, unless they change something major about the tank, it's always been in like a relatively similar state. It's just never been used. So I'm curious what has triggered it being used now. If it's just the lack of reactive being able to put in so much damage like that. I'm just curious. That's my intuition, but I don't know for sure. But I'm in VC with Ranger plenty enough recently, so I'll ask him next time I talk to him, which might even be tonight, who knows. Anyway, we'll see the cinematic end, and oh my goodness, yeah, this is a problem. I need to get this mod fixed at some point, because every single map we've played so far, this is just not high enough to look at what's going on from like a reasonable like sky perspective. I am quite frustrated by this actually. Oblivion's going to be hard taking C. They've got light tank immediately crossing into the corner. Interesting that 7 Rats did not send their light tank over here. We do see a Ho-Ri actually, so TD from 7 Rats. All right. Panzerwagen goes for a quick A, with double Felice stepping B as well, but they're putting lots of pressure into Oblivion immediately. Rax is getting picked off by triple F3, while 7 Rats goes to the B base, so very sweeping play from 7 Rats. And they're going to be able to get away with this second base as well because of that pressure. Ghost staying alone. Oblivion does have counterplay though. Big shots into Trath. However, TD making himself known, shooting a Kame there. He's going to back off of that perch. And Oblivion's backing out. A little bit awkward though because Group Paffy have already dropped down. Looks like they think they can get the kill here on Trath. No, he's dug in nicely. Paffy's going to have to cross in the open to do that. Actually finds Ghost. Draconic and Quebec missing their shots into Paffy, and Ghost is actually taking a good amount of punishment here. Trath does go down. He was trying to back away, but Dizzy has it. And now Oblivion's getting ready to receive the rotate. 7 Rats were spotted when they started this move. However, Mistile Ranger still in an awkward position regardless. But Oblivion has counterplay into Ghost. Presumably Dizzy might hunt him down. Either that or he's going for the TD. It looks like he's going for the TD according to the minimap, as you guys can see. Group actually they want to pick up Ghost, and now all of a sudden Oblivion have the advantage, losing their tank so quickly but being able to fight back now. Black Viper looks like he's looking at Ranger, but now he's got a light tank on his rear. This is not going to be fun at all for Black Viper, and Izzy can just make quick work with him, just completely troll him out here. Even Ranger could probably turn around, put shots into him. He's not going to worry about that right now. There's bigger fish to fry. Oblivion is worried about stopping Choo Choo and Draconics with their push. They get the kills on both of them. And 7 Rats' shove pretty much getting completely shut down here. Chris, full HP in the 116 F3. He definitely needed to get in there, bring his HP into the game. While he will pick up on the kill on Akame, it's too little too late. There's no one left to protect. Quebec will fall. Chris surrounded by plenty of tanks, and this whole time Dizzy's just been toying with Black Viper. Missing the shot. Will he go for the ram? No, he's just doing a little bit of trolling before getting the final kill. And there we go. Oblivion 3-0 7 Rats. So they're doing better against 7 Rats than against Kit and M. Maybe they just realized, okay, we need to lock in today, guys. Don't want to mess around too much. Who knows? But well played to Oblivion, especially having lost that tank so quickly and still being able to respond. Trath was in an unfortunate position. Really, both of the Felices looks like once 7 Rats grabbed the B base, there really wasn't anywhere for those tanks to go, and Oblivion played very well. Good stuff from them. They take the set 3-0. Forgot to update the scoreboard, not that it matters. Gonna be turning it off soon. Kujis, I think the problem with you streaming, man, is like, you said you could stream tomorrow, but you can't stream PYS 2. And you're not going to be able to stream top 8 if Apex qualifies. And if you guys make top 4, you're not going to be able to stream top 4 either, right? Because no player POVs. So it's like, I don't know if Wargaming just thinks, okay, maybe it's just not worth adding. And if he's going to stream literally one day of one PYS and that's it, you know. So, shrug. if you make yourself available for the whole tournament, that's going to be a lot more attractive in Wargaming's eyes. That's what I can say. Anyway, I got my new invite, so I'm going to go ahead, switch to camera only, get that all set up. And we will see if it was Kitten M or Photon who won their set. It was Kitten M, so unfortunately we don't get to watch Photon today. Bit of a bummer. I do like to watch as many teams as possible, but no Photon today. That's how it works. You have a 50-50 shot every time you stream a group that there's a team you miss. Because the team that loses both, like 4th place, you don't watch in the 3rd set, obviously, because they're gone by that point. So it comes down to if you happen to have them in the 1st set or not, which is a 50-50. So, yeah. Will be just me streaming this tourney. I see in DMs. I have no idea. I don't know. I think Bob is supposed to be streaming. You were trying to get him set up. I think he's, for PYSs, he doesn't really care about day 2. He only cares about day 3. But, I don't know. But I think we are trying to get him set up into doing tournament streaming, so hopefully he should be good for tomorrow, good for PYS 2 day 3, good for PYS 3 day 3, and then top 8 onwards, hopefully. Because it would be good to have some support. You just pretend you're Russian. I don't know if that's how it works, like. Anyway, we can show the room now. Kitten M did win their set. So map will be Fort Despair to get things started. I didn't check the list of them, so my bad for that, but we'll see them as they come, no big deal. This is another best of 5, so first team to 3 will win. I'm imagining Grands will be the same. Ripper bet 5 can 7 rats. F. Might have been someone from 7 rats betting on themselves, which I respect. Nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that. But Oblivion are the favorites not only to win that set, but in the eyes of many, they're the favorites to win this tournament now that Joker's not here and Origin is, I'm not going to say a Mickey Mouse roster, but not a competitive roster. It's a pub roster for the most part. That being said, they do have like some of their strongest players, Korra and I think Krim's actually playing this from what I remember reading, which was a surprise to me. I don't see why you would play on another server when there's no cash. Like, I don't know what the incentive is there, but I mean, nothing wrong with him playing. It's just, you know, why would you do that? I don't know. Strange to me. That's all. Like, I wouldn't care at all about waking up early or staying up late. I would imagine for Criminal's case, he's staying up late for NA. For Europe, it's probably like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., depending on where you are. I can see doing that for money. I can't see doing it for free. But it's fine. Anyway, we got a minute left until the last set here. Until Grands. Both teams running a tight 5. We're on Fort Despair, though, so heavier map. Makes a little bit of sense. We are seeing an interesting tank, though, from Kitten M, the Grill. Not seeing competitive at all. This tank's gotten a lot of hits lately. Wargaming tends to rebalance this tank a lot, and oftentimes it's removing alpha damage. Used to hit for 640 on release, went down to 600, now it's 580. It's a tank that most people just aren't really scared of, but Kitten M must have something cooking with it. It is still a good mobile TD, which there really aren't any substitutes for in Blitz, unless you want to use like a 215B, I guess, which is a pretty flexible heavy. But, and you got the Grill, fair enough, fair enough. And as I said, type 5s on both teams. It's a pretty heavy map. You can anchor with it, but mostly dominated by F3s on both teams. Removing reactive didn't seem to hurt it that bad. 50 to 100k, I want a prediction. Jeez. That much? Are you sure that's how much you went up by, Reese? Was it really like... were that many points on 7 rats? 50k? That's crazy. Willing to buy a CC account. Oh. $20 million and you can have mine. It's okay. Alright. Yeah, this is as high as we get to fly. I hate this. So much. Whatever. Both teams heading A, but Kit and M's only sending a couple tanks out there. 7 Rats is pretty much fully committed. Type 5 is going to be slowly lumbering through. I mean, this isn't something that you would expect the tank to do. Maybe 7 Rats will try to do something to surprise Kit and M a little bit. Thrath going up through the middle. Surprised he's not spotting Kermit. Okay, never mind. There we go. Lots of tanks getting spotted. Chrysalicious just pushing right through, getting double tacked by the grill and by renamed. I'm surprised the grill was so far forward. Actually, he's just dead. Okay, I was gonna click on him and show, but nope, I guess not. You do not need to play that far forward in the tank, and the fact that he got spotted is just diabolical. I thought maybe they'd have something cooking with the grill, but no. See, he played all the way up to this rock. You can actually back up. You can play all the way back here in this corner, and your vision is just as good. So, Neko, if you are watching this, there's your lesson, right? You played all the way up there. You can play right back here, and you would have had just as good of shots. K&M, though, they do respond with the kill on Chris, eventually. They did get the nuke on him at the start before losing their grill. However, they have lost triple threat as well, so it's a 6v5. And 7 Rats has most of their tanks consolidated to the outside here. Trath trying to stay alive. Looks like Accelerator going for that kill. Trath just going to put in the shots that he can. No, he falls. And Kitten putting some resources into this main fight in the B area here. They know that they're going to lose all their tanks over on this side. They're just going to try to run away, presumably, from Black Viper, Draconics, and Ghost. No, for some reason, Darkest Savage is turning around. I think that's a mistake. Maybe it's not. It doesn't really matter that much. I thought if 7 Rats committed here, it's like, oh, now you have Darkest Savage isolated. But no, it's fine. 7 Rats did turn their attention this way, and Darkest Savage is actually a little bit more safe. What Accelerator is doing, though, this is terrible. You're driving in the middle of 3 tanks. You have the isolated target on Draconics. If you just drive towards Draconics like JTAG and Savage are doing, you're fine. But you've literally got Ghost on your right, Black Viper on your left, and Quebec in front. There was no reason to drive in between all of them. That was very questionable. If he put even one shot into Draconics, JTAG would have the kill right now. Darkest Savage is about to get it, though. It'll be a 3v3, and Kitten M still has the health advantage, which is quite nice. But Ghost is put a full clip into Kermit. Kermit's going to have a hard time penning that shot. And he bounces it. If you're Darkest Savage, why don't you help JTAG here? There's kills to be had. Are you just assuming JTAG can 2v1 this? Darkest Savage wasting time. JTAG just gets fully clipped out. And now 7 Rats has a major advantage. Ghost is just running from Kermit. If Darkest Savage had the help here in Quebec, these 2 tanks are both dead. It's a 3v1. So that was strange. Quebec gets the kill on Kermit. Ghost is almost fully reloaded with the clip now. And Kitten had multiple opportunities to win that game. First with Accelerator pushing forward like that. Or was it? I don't remember who it was, if it was Kermit. No, it was Kermit's the type. It was Accelerator pushing into the middle of 3 tanks, and then Darkest Savage choosing the wrong engagement. And I don't say this to shame the players. It's more like you gotta learn from it, right? So hopefully, Kitten, if you're watching this back, y'all had a really good opportunity to win that game. But unfortunately, the Rats was able to close it out. And not to say unfortunately that they did in terms of like, oh, 7 Rats, man. I hate when they win. But like, rip. No, you have your team chat off. Misto, I don't know what you wanted to say in team chat, but yes, I have chat off. Should I have it on? Is there something that I missed? If you haven't checked before delay hits yet, but 50 count 7 Rats. Ah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah, nice. That's funny as fuck. I respect the pick, though. That would have made you richer. W Breeze. All right, game 2. Get back to the training room. Banger Kittenham logo facts. That was a good pick. Trust in the grill chick. Oh no. You didn't watch. You didn't see the nuke at that point. I need to get some more water at some point. I've got 49 seconds. Maybe after this game, I'll get some more water. Your boy thirsty. Alright, game 2, same map. Looks like tanks are quite different though. No more Type 5s either team. We're seeing a 1-2-1 though from Kittenham. No grill this time. 3 Felices from 7 Rats. And they're bringing out the TD this time. It's the Hori. Okay, okay. Respectable. And Kittenham with the Chieftain. Seeing a couple Chieftains today. I wonder why. Buff, MS1, and Annihilator. So true. So true. Alright. Game 2, let's get it. I almost say, yeah, Kittenham's got really good potential right now. Real good potential. Who is calling? Is it JTag? JTag's a pretty experienced scholar. Wouldn't be surprised if it were him. Alright, see things from 7 Rat's side this time around. So, loser of this set is eliminated from the tournament, from the PYS. Winner moves on to tomorrow because top 2 moves on, so this set is for top 2. Neko will spot in the 1-2-1. What's the nice shot into Choo Choo there? Not contested in the corner, actually. Black Viper missing the shot with the Hori. Now, Black Viper is, yeah, playing much further back than the grill did. He learned. He learned. But Kittenham's making a big shove here. They actually find Trath. They lose Accelerator very quickly. And Trath is able to get behind the Felices. Now Triple Threat's kind of caught. Can Kittenham sneak the kill in here? They are able to do so, JTag, but they lose Triple Threat. 2 tanks for 1, no bueno. And now we're seeing like the Clipper meta in all its glory. Just nuke tank after nuke tank. If you can get a pick, then beautiful. Neko did get hit pretty hard, presumably by the Hori and then Quebec pushing in. And Quebec will be able to clean up that corner. Very nice. This game, a lot more convincing victory for 7 Rats here. Not quite as close as last game. Maybe 7 Rats underestimating Kittenham a little bit in the first game, but now it's no nonsense for them. JTag the target. Felice's coming in. They do have a pretty slow intro clip, but their alpha's pretty big. Quebec's going to be able to pick up this kill. Very nice. Darkest Savage, the next focus. Quebec's just putting shots wherever. Doesn't really matter too much. Endgame very clearly in 7 Rat's favor. 5v2. Renamed user full health. Chieftain and nice soft tank will just get 2v1s. Renamed might be able to put in a kill. No, he shot his last shell there. Will Turdy do the same? Yeah, he does. Might as well. He knows he's about to go down. No point not to. Ghost doing the same. That's game 2. A lot quicker. Just over 2 minutes long. 7 Rats definitely redeeming themselves for almost losing game 2. I'm going to sit in the screen for a moment while I get some more dihydrogen monoxide. Alrighty. We got a moment until the next game. Ghost with a nice 3.8. Very good. Go right back to the training room. You'd think 34's Discord kitten is watching with how often he's saying kitten M. Yeah, nice. What am I supposed to say? What's up, Joey? Welcome to the stream. You're not in the grill tech. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Billy? JTag is calling. Cool, cool. All right, game 3, we're on Canal. I always love me some Canal. Apparently this map got some changes. I don't know exactly what they were. I think it had to do with some of the A crossing. I don't remember what else. Technically this video is a little outdated now, but I think it's the same for multiple maps. Like, I'm pretty sure even before like the Desert Sands remake, still have the map video for the old Desert Sands. Probably another map as well, but actually, yeah, I don't know what the changes were. I think it had to do with A crossing on the spawn that 7 Rats has. I don't remember if there was anything in D, but I will take a quick flyover. And maybe you guys can let me know in the chat. Again, I feel really strange not knowing this stuff. Normally, I'm very in tune with all this, you know, but I have had very little Blitz exposure in the past 5 months, 1 week, and 5 days. But coming over here, was it this rock? Was it like rocks over here and stuff? That's what I thought I remember hearing, but it's nothing major from what I can tell. But fight isn't over there, so I don't have a whole lot of time to look. Just look at the tanks that we're seeing 7 Rats run, and look at the tanks we're seeing 1-2-1 from Kitten M with double CS63 as well. We're just seeing a slugfest over on the medium side. Karos for quick clip outs. They're going to want to just get a nuke on someone, but Renamed is crossing with the 1-2-1 reactive. One of the, I believe, 2 tanks left in the game with reactive armor, and in come the 1-2-1s, and they're just going to try to see if they can slug out Draconics here. And the Clipper tank's not really nuking anything until JTag just there. Choo-Choo will pick up that kill, but now Choo-Choo is pretty much empty. Kitten M should be able to slug pretty hard with their CSs, but in come 7 Rats with Black Viper and Quebec to help things out a little bit. Neko is going to try to back out. He's getting hit hard. Jairo was able to get the kill over on Renamed User, and now all of a sudden, Quebec, conserving the HP, is going to have a field day with the rest of these tanks. There we go. 7 Rats are going to win that brawl. Bat Chat from Kitten M wasn't helping out on the medium side fight, and is going to regret it. Now he's one of 2 tanks left alive after a minute and 20 seconds. He actually gets tracked, surviving for just a little bit more, but it's game at this point. Kermit, 1500 HP. 7 Rats has 5k. They're just going to chase down the Bat Chat. It's like, there's no point in running away. We'll be able to clip out Quebec, but Quebec does not care at all. Down goes Kermit. Accelerator. There's no point in running, man. He's going to run anyway. Jairo should be able to have this one. It's going to be Choo-Choo instead. There we go. Quick 3-0 there for 7 Rats. First game definitely could have gone Kitten M's way. But games 2 and 3, nope, not at all. I like the idea. They actually did get an early kill over on the medium side, but didn't have enough stuff committed to sustain it, and 7 Rats did end up ultimately winning the encounter, as well as the rest of the game. There we go, GG's. Was an entertaining set, hope y'all enjoyed it, but 7 Rats, the team probably that most people expected to win, does come out on top quite cleanly. And right away we're getting into our next invite, so I'm just going to switch right back to the camera. Get us set up for Grands, it's a rematch. 7 Rats Oblivion. Alrighty. Bang. And I will check the maps ahead of time. This is another best of 5. Winner Mal for games 1 and 2. Alpenstat 3 and 4. And Middleburg for tiebreaker. Cool. Look, he hasn't been too bad. That wasn't the last round, apparently. You guys are doing fine. You'll learn. You'll learn. You have a VOD to review. I've streamed 2 of your sets. You've got things to learn from. You can see what you did well. You can see what needs work. It's all good. 30 seconds till I can show the room. Still rocking my 34 hat. In the last 6 months, I have picked up a few new hats that we'll have to start busting them out. I also bought a bunch of hoodies in bulk. Not a bunch of them. I bought, I think, how many was it? 6? I saw this brand online. I mean, it's 2 sets of, no, it's 3 sets of 2 of each of the same color. So I have 2 green, 2 black, and 2 brown. But I saw this brand online that was doing some advertising for hoodies for pretty cheap, and it's like, I'm gonna sample one. So I sampled one, and it turned out really well, really nicely, and they had a really good bulk deal going. So I bought like 6 hoodies for like $100 or something like that. So it worked out pretty well. It's less than $20 each. So now I've got a nice set of hoodies to wear, and they're very comfortable. They're cotton and shit. It's very nice. So I'm nice and cozy with my oversized hoodies. Alright, we can show the room now. I've been able to show the room for a minute. I've just been yapping. Very cool. But yeah, Oblivion 7 Rats rematch. We've got VZs coming out for 7 Rats. 2 Krons, a 116 Fleece, and a Light. Oblivion actually not running a Light here on Wintermal. They've got Dizzy and a Concept. They've got 3 of those total. Fleece, Kron, and 2 F3s. I know Fleece is the correct pronunciation, but when I read it, in my mind, it says Felice. So I might end up saying Felice more often than not. It is what it is. Well, yeah, the only thing that I don't love about these hoodies, I've kind of been like reaching for it every once in a while, is oftentimes they have like the ties, you know, like the string that you can use to tie the hood down and stuff, and I love to fiddle with that. The one thing that this does not have that. Probably a reason why they're pretty cheap is because they were able to cut the costs on that. Probably takes a decent amount of effort to get that put into a hoodie. So it is missing that, but it is very nice otherwise. Alright, 1 minute left. I can only yap for so long, guys. I'm struggling. I'll take a look at the other group brackets afterwards. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention that I haven't mentioned yet. I was going to do this today. I think I talked to you about it, showed up. I think I'm going to do it later on. I don't know when. I have a bonus code for you guys to give away. I was going to do it today, but I didn't really prepare enough. Not enough people know about it. Kind of want to bring a little bit more hype first. But I do have a bonus code, a 34 themed bonus code, and it will be coming out at some point. I'll post it in my Discord. So if you guys are not in my Discord, I know it's kind of been hemorrhaging members in the past 6 months since my channel has been completely dead, and haven't really been using my Discord server either. So I don't blame anyone for leaving. I totally probably would have done the same thing myself if it weren't mine. But I do have a bonus code, and I will be posting it at some point to my channel. It's nothing crazy. It's not going to blow you away. Okay, so this map I can fly a little bit higher on. I like that. It's still not high, but it's a little higher. This map apparently also got changes, mostly to the seaside from what I can tell. I think one of the spawns got a change in the A crossing, but I don't remember what it was. I think, are these ramps wider? They look a little wider, maybe. I don't remember. But looks like we are seeing Oblivion try to cross into A immediately with 3 tanks, but 7 Rats has a pretty big setup over here. Draconics and Black Viper are very nicely hauled down with their VZs, putting good shots into Akame. Also, Chris making his position known, Choo Choo's making his position known, and Oblivion's already in a very awkward position here. However, the double concept from Oblivion, who I actually didn't see sneak in there, double clip into Draconics. He's minus 1600. So Oblivion's going to hold on a little bit down low. Up top, though, Seven Rats rotating in their Panzerwagon, Kron, and Felice, all nuking N13, who gets picked off very quickly. That seems to be a trend right now. Clippers just completely destroy stuff. Kame dead too. Those concepts making attempts to kill Draconics, but no, looks like they're shooting different tanks. It looks like this time it was Black Viper, so good HP shooting from Seven Rats. They're up 3,500 HP. They are up 2 tanks. Make that 3 tanks. Down goes Paffy, and even though Black Viper will be picked off, it's not looking good for Team Oblivion, as Mista gonna go next. Gentleman is alone against a couple gamers here. Quebec should pick this one up. Nope, gonna be J-Ro. It's fine. So 5v3, soon to be a 5v2. Does Ghost shoot the last Felice shot? Might as well. Make it a 5v2. He's gonna have a long reload, but it's whatever. Chris can just put in whatever clip he can. He's actually gonna get the kill on Ranger with this one. And yeah, unfortunately, Oblivion's little play in the center that they tried to make, very well predicted by Seven Rats. They were set up quite nicely, and those VZs really did a good job of countering the play into A, and the concepts from Oblivion weren't able to make work of those VZs quick enough. Seven Rats cleaned up everywhere else just fine. And so Seven Rats with a very well-positioned game 1. And that's the first game they've taken from Oblivion today. Looks like they're a little bit warmed up now. Maybe got a little bit of momentum from that previous set. Oblivion's been sitting on their hands, just waiting to get into a fight here. And there we go. Seven Rats takes game 1. And, oh, didn't mean to click on that. Chris on top for Seven Rats. Dizzy had a very nice game for Oblivion, but it was not enough. Kame doing a little bit of a donut ski. Happens. He is offline. Did he lag? Did he rage quit? Ranger's the captain. He can sub him out. Group is spectating, so they have an extra player. Felice or Ceviche. I like that. Good luck to all who enter. It's not a giveaway. It's just a bonus code. Unless you're talking about your prediction. But yeah, join up the Discord. I will have a bonus code that I'll post at some point. Don't know when I'll do it. Maybe I'll make it a bit of a surprise. Keep you guys on your toes a little bit. Alright, what is this lineup from Seven Rats? Are we going all Krons? No, okay, we're seeing some IS-4s with their light tank. Oblivion rocking Dizzy and his now as well. We'll both have one. Oblivion with 3 concepts, again like in the concepts here. Double Felice Kron, okay. Crazy Comet Pickle. Diabolical even. Forgot to switch to this view. You guys get to see it for a nice 20 seconds. Very cool. Yeah, we got some lineups on our hands. And here we go, game 2. Well, Seven Rats take a 2-0 lead against the team that they had previously gone down 0-2. I would like at some point to look into what changed on all these maps. Can definitely tell things have changed. It's hard for me to put a finger on it. From what I saw, like these ramps look wider. Maybe that's just me completely making shit up though. I thought something with the A crossing maybe, but I don't know. All I know is that C is now a lot more flat. I can see the base was moved as well. But yeah, C is more flattened, which I like. I think that's a very good thing. It's quite difficult to use. What is his position from Ghost here? I don't know what spotted him. Maybe it was N13 in the middle, probably. Or Paffy. I can't tell what tank is there. Is it Gent, actually? Maybe it was Gent. Yeah. Depth perception is completely messed up since I can't fly very high. Oblivion takes C. Seven Rats fully set up into A. Double IS-4s doing that. They did the same thing that Oblivion did last game. If Oblivion had set up a similar trap to what Seven Rats set up, it probably would have been good for Oblivion there, but they've got a completely different strat. They do have the cap lead, though. Oblivion Two tanks in C. Both concepts. They would have been good to fight in this area before the changes, but now with the changes, they're probably just as good. Ghost in an interesting position. I don't think this no, this definitely this is new. Okay. New little TD spot that can be used for competitive. It feels weird finding all these like small little changes on my own, but this is actually quite a big overhaul for the map, all things considered, even if the majority of the layout is the same. It feels like it's enough to change how the game is played a significant amount. N13's getting bled a good bit here. Go back in a sneaky position to put shots in. Nice little bush. Not getting lit because of that. And yeah, maybe trying to make a play for B. But yeah, this is not a great position. Yeah, B looks a little bit more open as well. Looks like they split up these buildings. They were L-shaped buildings and now they're split. Yeah, these are huge changes to the map actually. These are extreme changes, even. Seem small, but they are not. And N13 is getting completely bled out here. Oblivion is learning that this position is quite counterable, and 7 Rats did their homework. They were fully prepared to counter it. 7 Rats is up over 1,000 HP. Though Ghost making a bit of a sussy peek. Oblivion was pretty nicely set up in this corner with the double concept, and Dizzy putting the extra shot in as well. Choo Choo is here to back him up, but I don't know why Dizzy would peek that. It's a strange trade to make, but fine. Especially with Retcal. Choo Choo's not going to be missing that shot with Retcal. But it looks like Oblivion's just going to shove this. Double concept. Quebec is there for backup. Ooh, Mista could take some big hits. Like how Ranger crossed right through, though. Now he has this rock to back him up from the rest of the shots going in over there. Choo Choo getting hit pretty hard by Dizzy and Mista, but Mista quite low himself, but he was able to back out. 7 Rats going for a bit of a counterplay in the middle of the map. Dizzy making the same cross that Ranger did. He's just going to push right through. Ranger taking another hit, but he has HP remaining. He's still got his gun in the game. Hero picks off N13 before going down. Dizzy is now pushing through into Choo Choo. Quebec having to play defensive here. And it's a 6v3. Things looking quite good for Oblivion. 7 Rats has plenty of HP in this area, but so does Oblivion. Kame full health. They're trying to work on getting the kill on Gentleman. Those double IS-4s aren't able to make quick work of tanks like Clippers could. Obviously, single shot, it's not going to take forever, as your DPM is sustained, but a Clipper would be able to make quick work and then focus on the next target with the long reload, but it is what it is. Oblivion will put themselves on the board here. A bit of an equalization. Despite N13 getting hit pretty hard in the middle, they were able to make a play on C with a little bit of an overextension from 7 Rats, and that nice clip into Ghost was all it took to, you know, catalyze a nice push there. What's up, Milo? Guys on Oblivion somewhere in Joker Origin? Yes, actually. Several have been former Joker and Origin players. Dizzy has been on both Joker and Origin. I believe Ranger's been on Origin. I don't think Mista has. Paffy was on Joker. Don't think N13 has. Group has been on both Joker and Origin. Yeah, they've a team of very experienced players. Rax, I believe, is on Origin. Yeah. Oblivion it's basically a kind of a, like, I don't want to say a mishmash of these players, but yeah, kind of almost it is, yeah, like a mishmash of a bunch of players from a bunch of top 4 teams, all very experienced. Really no inexperienced members on that team. It was just kind of leftovers almost of Joker and Origin that decided to come together and make a strong team. Akame was on Origin before as well. Forgot about to mention his name. But yes, lots of top players on Oblivion. And this is Ranger's first time leading a team by himself, really. I mean, he's leading it with Akame, but Ranger being the main guy, I don't think he's ever been the main guy on a team like this before. And he's doing quite well with it. First season, 3rd place. This season, a bit of a Mickey Mouse. I'm not going to use it as a way to evaluate, oh, Oblivion's the team to beat now. Because, you know, without Joker here, without Origin's strongest roster here, it's a little bit hard to say that, but, you know, they're looking strong. Obviously, I would have expected them to completely sweep 7 Rats if they are truly the team to beat, but 7 Rats is putting up a good fight. Anyway, we're up on Alpenstat now. I need to roll the intro for it. And here we go. Don't see any code there, bro. I haven't posted it yet. I will post it at some point. But yes, I do have bonus code. What's up, Tempest? Welcome, welcome. The 34th hour, the 34th week of the 34th month. Yeah, do the math for that one and get back to me. You actually Milo Gangy? That's not Milo from Joker. That's not Milo from Joker. Anyway, here we go on Alpenstat, games 3 and 4. Ranger rocking the Ho-Re. Dizzy in the light, going for a little spot ski. Quebec, though, playing red line, going to be able to cross undetected. Chris detected. Do they blind fire the bush? It's a common bush to use. Looks like Quebec blind firing the other bush. Fair. But good double spot from Dizzy, and he has already turned his tank around, ready to run. Black Viper does blind fire Dizzy, but doesn't quite get it. But look at Oblivion. They were ready for that cap play by Chris. And both Kronvons clipping out into Chris. He's now down to 700 HP. N13 able to sneak into a nice little sneaky position he can hold in the concept. It's not the best take for anchoring this sort of thing, but he's made it work, and he's actually got a reasonably good hull down position. I can't fly through that anymore to make a play onto Chris. Can he get the kill here? A high roll would do it. No, 342. 380 average alpha, I believe. So either he fired gold or just had a bit of a low roll there. Either way, Chris lives, at least for another few seconds. Who knows what Oblivion is cooking here. It looks like they're rotating around. Gentleman, who loves to play the farming tanks for the team, is rocking the 2 and 5B. Dizzy getting in the mix. Ghost tried to put a shot into him, missed it. Gentleman with a nice HE shot into Ghost. He's going to reload his clip. Draconics has now been spotted. He's using the triple shot, yo. I didn't even see that in the lineup. And Paffy has the ability to rotate into this. He's trying to grab the B base. Looks like he's getting reset by J-Row. Group might help out with that. Gentleman's getting hit pretty hard here. Not ideal for the 2 and 5B. That's a tank that you want to allow to farm with comfortable HP. Looks like Quebec's got a pretty good crossfire into Paffy Ranger group as well in the B base if they make a play for it. Ghost now putting shots into Ranger. That's 2 for free. I don't think Ranger hit that shot. Ranger's just putting it in though. Oh my goodness, going all the way in. Draconics won't be able to get the kill on this, will he? No. And now Oblivion should be able to sweep it. Black Viper is here. Gets the kill on Ranger, but might be a little bit too late. There's no HP left for 7 Rats. Quebec trying to make a play onto N13. Should be able to get this kill. Economy is trying to help out, get into the edge of the map. N13 might actually survive here. J-Ro missing a shot into N13, who needs to drop down. That's what he will do. Kame able to put shots in the rear. Choo-Choo. N13 just needs to play life here. Dizzy going for Chrysalicious here. Just wants to make sure that he's safe from the other tanks. Bounces the kill shot. He'll end up eating one for it. There we go. A little bit of a trade, but nothing wrong with that. J-Ro gets picked off as well. And it's a 6v2. Oblivion able to keep their tanks alive. All of them quite low on HP here in the end game. And Choo-Choo does have plenty of HP. A couple bounce shots there. Kame is just going to put his stuff in and perish. Although he can take a hit from Choo-Choo and survive. Quebec can't take a hit though. And there we go. Oblivion opening up on Alpenstat with a well-played game though. Taking a 2-1 lead. Very good stuff. Really, it was one with the initial nuke on Chris, to be honest. They were already in a winning position at that point. They did hold on over on the C side as well, which was good. Really, they won on both sides of the map. Very oppressive gameplay there from Oblivion. Impressive and oppressive in terms of like oppressing their opponent. 34 left me alone in MC. Temper, you moved 30,000 blocks out. You're basically playing single player at that point. That actually bothered me, dude. That actually did bother me, dude. It's like, why would you join a server if you're going to live 30,000 blocks away from everyone else where we all live within like 500 to 1,000 blocks of each other? Like, that actually made me annoyed. You're just playing single player at that point. Do the math, and all my calculations still checked out. Well, you're gonna have, what I'm asking for is telling me what that day is, you know? It's like 34th hour, 34th week, 34th month. Okay, when is that? What does that equal out to? I need to know. All right, 30 seconds left. Can Seven Rats equalize, force the tiebreaker? They're running the Felices. They have a type 5 heavy. Oblivion's running a mouse, so they're both switching to their super heavies at this point. Oh, Seven Rats has 2 type 5 heavies. I feel like a mouse, does a mouse not just counter a type 5? Like, can a type 5 even pen a mouse at all? Like, is that possible? I don't know. Maybe it is. I haven't really played, like, I have the type 5. It came out pretty much right towards the end of last season that I streamed, and I did play it a bit. I don't remember if you can actually do anything against a mouse. So that is interesting. I mean, I guess we'll see. Double type 5, like, hits hard, but it's going to struggle to pen pretty much every single tank in Oblivion's roster. So that is very interesting. Most of the meta tanks are clippers that have armor. Felice, 116F3. And VZ we saw as well. Concept, not so much. You can definitely pen a concept with a type 5. But, like, I don't know. People tried playing the type 5 last season, it never worked. They're trying it now. Haven't seen it work yet. Ranger finds a couple tanks. Okay. Ooh, Crossfire being set up here with Gent and Akame. Didn't really hit anything, though. They're kind of far away from the fight. Wait, Seven Rats could push this. No, Dizzy's alone. Looks like the F3s are just going to go straight for Dizzy. Interesting. Okay. So the type 5s don't even, like, get countered by the mouse because the mouse is just dead to everyone else. Oblivion, they're going to counter push into Turdy, but they've already lost their mouse. Yeah, there we go. Akame Gent coming in. And so we're just going to see a straight up slugfest. Double type 5 just trying to put big shots in the rear of group and Paffy and other team. They need to move forward. This group is about to die to the tanks on the side. Jero just needs to sneak in the shot. I don't know why he wasn't looking there. Would have had that kill. Type 5 completely missing that shot. So it works in the sense of Draconics is having like the rears of tanks and stuff, but people are aiming their armor at Choo-Choo. He's not really able to do a whole lot. That being said, Seven Rats is winning this game though, and it is working, but I think it's mostly just because Dizzy got caught. Nice shot from Rager, sneaking that one. Choo-Choo was trying to HP share though, but it didn't quite work out. Did Choo-Choo, did he pen Ranger there? Maybe the tank can pen shots. Look at him, he's just blocking Ranger entirely. That's funny. He's dead. And this should be a win for Seven Rats here. They've got the 4v3. Between Paffy and Quebec, they should be able to take care of... Sorry, between Quebec and Choo-Choo, they should be able to take care of him, but Draconic's coming in as well. And the Type 5... I'm not even looking at Paffy, not even worth it. Fair enough. I will say, though, Choo-Choo did pen Paffy while he was angling his armor at him, so that did work. Nice shot from Choo-Choo into Oblivion. I will say, I thought this was a win for Seven Rats. I'm realizing now it's 2 Type 5s plus the light against 2 F3s. If the F3s can reload their clips and just nuke one of the Type 5s, it could all of a sudden become really good. Gentleman missed the shot on Quebec. That sucks a lot. Oh my goodness. Damage in from Seven Rats. If Choo-Choo hit that shot, that would have been a dead Akame. But Akame's not going to be able to angle against both Type 5s at the same time unless they both just sit in front of him, which seems to be what they're doing. But Quebec coming in wants to make sure you don't die, though. Akame is empty. However, Gentleman's going to try to go for the kill on Quebec. Really looking for it. Choo-Choo puts a big shot in and now completely blocking. Oh my goodness. 700 damage shot and a 700 damage ram, too. Yes, Quebec gets picked off, but the cost was too great, and I think Seven Rats will close this one out. Type 5's worked. I didn't believe it. I guess if you really aim your shots, you can pen them. We did see Choo-Choo pen the front of the Felice, and if you can pen the Felice, I imagine that you can pen the other tanks as well. It's just a challenge. But in Draconic's case, like, he probably did close to top damage. That ram definitely helped. But tanks were just giving him a side because he was kind of playing the flank. You wouldn't expect a Type 5 to be fast enough to flank, but he was getting around tanks. No, it was Choo-Choo. Never mind. Wait a second. And Choo-Choo was like head-on brawling tanks, wasn't he? He's just the goat at hitting his shots. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just talking at my ass, aren't I? Either, I don't know. Choo-choo 5K. Type 5 clearly can work. I saw it with my own eyes against arguably the best team playing this tournament. Fair enough. I'll eat my words. Type 5 works. I'm a believer. All right. I mean, yes, Dizzy did get nuked. Yes, if Dizzy fought the Type 5s, things could have gone differently. Who knows? But that's on Oblivion for not recognizing that. Anyway, Middleburg for tiebreaker here. And it's a 4K5 for Oblivion. What the heck? I'm very interested to see this. Leo for 7 rats. I do like that tank. That's actually a good pick. Double Caro, triple Caro as well. Okay. Interesting. 7 rats will be pretty soft here. I mean, obviously Oblivion will be soft with that 4K5. You have to keep that tank alive. Against 3 meds, 4 meds could be difficult, but I don't know if the Caros will have sustain to deal with an onslaught of Krons, F3, Felice, 2 and 5B. Who knows? At the end of the day, we can only see what happens, right? What's up, Flumo? How you doing, man? Long time. Thought the game was changing to Reforged a year ago. Keeps getting delayed, man. It's still cooking. Oh, shoot, I gotta get the Middleburg video out. I didn't do it in time. Oh, there we go, perfect. Yeah, they just did the 4th Reforged test, and I didn't do it, but according to a lot of people, it actually looked pretty good. Definitely a lot better than the original one, but I mean, that was a low bar. But I don't know. I don't know if it's ready yet. I'm not sure. I didn't do the ultra test myself. Stop playing here for a second test. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. Let's lock in, look at the game. Not really many blind fires. No, Oblivion is looking for the blind fire. They don't hit anything. Dizzy's not even going to bother shooting. But what are we cooking here with triple Caro into Leo? They find group. Just going for HE shots, it seems. Okay. They're going for a double C grab. F3 is spotted crossing in the open. Oh no, Chris. Oh no, Chris. Oh no, Chris. Oh no, Chris. That's a almost, that is a 5k HP diff right here. We're 45 seconds into the game. It's a 5k HP diff. The Caros are like, okay, we gotta send it. Maybe Oblivion's clips are empty. They're not. The group is fully clipped. Paffy's almost fully clipped. I guess Ranger is pretty empty. Dizzy's got a clip. He's backwards, though, I guess. But if they can just stall the F3s, now they can just turn on the Caros. The F3 is taking too much time to get into the fight. And yeah, here we go. Caros are just dead. Yep, you picked up a Kame, the softest tank. You might even pick up Paffy as well. But you've lost all 3 Caros in an instant. Oh, Gentleman's in the open. Okay, fair play, fair play. HP gap is still 5k. Paffy's still alive. Don't really know what the Leo's been doing, frankly. I haven't been paying too much attention to the Leo, but yeah. Was hoping for an intense game 5. It was entertaining. I will say that. Was it intense? Not really. A little bit over 2 minutes, it'll be over. Ghost goes down. 5v2. Draconic's getting picked. Will it be a sub 2 minute game? Quebec running away just long enough to make it a 2 minute game. Fine, fair enough. So the Reds did not die in 2 minutes. They died in 2 minutes and a few seconds. As Rangers' former teammate Nemo once said, die for time. He just got his gun in the air. Going for the ram. Quebec's going to take it. No, no ram. Ranger's shaking his head. No, no, no. You can't get away with that. And Oblivion takes it. 3-2. I'm happy it went to the tiebreaker. You know, it's always good to see those competitive sets. Bummer that game 5 ended as quickly as it did, but man. Congrats to Oblivion for winning Day 2. A nice little tiebreaker ski to end it all. Hopefully that means the rest of the groups are done or near completion at this point. Yeah, rip 0 from Chris. If I went back to the training room overlay, I'd have a little I don't even know if I can give them a dunce cap. I mean, Seven Rats, they probably made the play they wanted to make. They're just unlucky that Oblivion happened to look back and turn around, and 4K Fly was able to put that clip in. Man. I'll read the chat in a bit here. I see you guys have been talking about Blitz and shit. What's up, Bob? What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. Dang, everyone's catching up with that. That's good. I'll look at that in a second. I would like to look at the other groups real quick. So let's do that. Group number 2. Chem versus Autos. This is an easier group, I would say. Still going. Okay, that started 14 minutes ago. So that will probably end in like 10 minutes tops if it goes tiebreak. 15 minutes. Group 3, Moon GG. They're still going on. Their set just started, so it looks like other sets kind of took a little bit longer. This one just started 7 minutes ago, so this will be a while. I'm not going to wait. Group 4, Metro in 4th, Onyx in 3rd. From what I saw, Onyx had a pretty solid roster, but they went down to Rejects, who are still playing Origin. This set started 20 minutes ago. So this one's probably nearing completion then. All right. So we had the fastest group. Bit of a bummer about that, but you know, it is what it is. 34 getting mildly heated about MC third in a Blitzstream. That's funny. Was in hospice, so true. I'm not commenting anything but retiring. They're old. 10th random new clan they're making. Dude, there's so many clans that I just don't recognize, and it's usually just the same people that just make a new team every season. Don't care about the game anymore, probably never come back. I wasn't planning on playing anymore, to be honest. I'm still not planning to play anymore. I'm streaming, because we actually, Flumo and Ryan, there's a new tournament manager replacing Tolian, who's moving on, staying within Wargaming, but wants to do something else. So new tournament manager, and I decided to help out with that transition. But will I stay much longer? Who knows? I don't know. I'd like to see, you know, if the new tournament manager, Whammon, does a good job and things look in a really good direction, that could be good motivation. But in terms of playing Blitz regularly, I don't think so, man. I left Apex, I gave that back to Blue. I haven't really touched the game at all in the last 6 months, other than one CC event and a few times playing game modes with friends. Why I play Blitz and play games you actually enjoy. By devs not scamming their players. Dude, have you seen the new $19 battle pass, guys? Hold on, I gotta show you this. The battle pass, I mean, I have the premium one for being a CC. Whatever. I actually don't know if I can show it in the shop. Yeah, premium pass, $19. $19, dude, it's a battle pass. The whole point of battle pass is to be cheap, affordable, and provide good value for the price you pay, you know? And yeah, if you play, you unlock stuff. That hasn't gone away, but where's the affordability? Where's the value here? What do you get from $19? Like, apparently you get crates towards the end, like, all right, but that's not what a battle pass is for. I don't know, man. That's a scam, in my opinion. 34 stream, still nice. Well, I'm glad I can provide you with a little bit of entertainment, but I don't love this. Yeah, Joker isn't playing. Yeah, this tournament has no cash prize pool. That's the other thing, Flumo. Apparently the next one will have one, but this one just doesn't have a cash prize pool. So Joker's not playing. Most of Origin's not playing. Core's still fielding a roster of random puppies. Apex didn't play this PYS. Apparently they are playing the next one, but like, there's no motivation to play right now either. Yeah, let's adjust. It's. I hope that things turn around for comp, but we'll see. I'm curious. I have some hope that Women will add her own flavor to things, and maybe we'll see things go in a positive direction. But at the end of the day, she can only control so much. She can control formats. She can control things like that. But she's probably not going to be able to control the amount of money that Wargaming's willing to put into things, right? That's always been a decision that the suits make, not the managers themselves. Because I'm sure if Tolian had things her way, spend plenty of money getting qualifiers and an offline and all that stuff, you know, like Blitz used to do. But the suits will not allow that. Damper and Fuma saying hello. What's good? Big fan. Thank you, Big Sub. I appreciate it, man. I'm excited to have you tomorrow, dude. That's going to be hype. Having you streaming. Almost a year since we played. Yeah, right, Bozo. Rondo, what's good? Chris got to this 2 games. It's okay. Yeah, rip. The Blue playing the season. Yeah, apparently... Yeah, Apex didn't send it for PYS 1, but apparently they are sending it for PYS 2 and 3. Apparently Pharaoh got banned. That's what I've heard. He got banned. And I don't know why that means you can't sign up for the PYS at all, but that's what happened. I don't know. Ryan's asking if they buffed the 116 since they stopped playing. Well, they removed reactive from every tank, pretty much, every heavy tank. The only tank that still have it now are the 121 and the Ho-Ri, and I think that's it. But what it really unearthed was another deeper problem with balance, which is the fact that Clippers do too much, and tanks like the 116 F3, yeah, their reactive is gone, but it still has strong armor and a clip that can delete tanks. So Clippers are just able to delete tanks quickly with their clips, and then since it's an auto reloader, it has enough sustain to keep fighting afterwards. And ultimately, yeah, Clippers are just too strong, and tanks are just getting deleted instantly. Most of the meta tanks right now are Clippers. VZ's been getting used, Concept's been getting used, but it's mostly, 116 F3. Felice. Battle Pass is dynamic pricing. Some of the games it's 30. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Use only $4 on War Games. Yeah, so apparently what they're doing is inactive players. Okay, actually, someone linked to me the explanation. I'd like to read that before I make any more claims, so maybe we can read it together. It's on Reddit, I think. Let me find the link, because I haven't read it yet. From what it was explained to me was that active players get the expensive pass and inactive players get the cheap one, but it's like you don't have a choice, right? So it's stupid either way. Okay, I'm getting flashbanged my Reddit. Light mode. I have to verify that I'm a human being. Can I make it dark mode? Okay, now it's dark mode. Okay, let's read it together. I don't have Reddit. Let's see. Share my screen. We can read it together. Let's see how it goes. My camera's off. It's fine. I don't know if Gulfyroth is just a person or staff. I think he's just a person. Server says against predatory practices, gambling mechanics. I agree. Shooting RNG rewards. Okay, I like that. Is this guy a moderator? Maybe he's a moderator. I don't know. I don't know how to tell. Personalized one-time offers. Also annoying. Player profiling to aggressively price discriminate the battle pass itself. Instead of offering one fair or unfair price, letting players decide if it's worth it, they are dramatically increasing the barrier for certain players to the point where some may pay almost 4 times more to get the desired outcomes. Diabolical. He thinks about battle passes, legendary camos for new legendary camos for tech 3 tanks. Okay, that's fine. Shuffled rewards slightly. There's 2 paid battle passes. Cheaper one gives you entrance, the enhanced one. Okay, whatever. Cost. Tier 0, £5. Tier 1, £8. Tier 2, 10. And Tier 3, 19 to 40. This is what I have. So that's annoying. And I haven't even played the game recently. I haven't spent recently. That has to do with how much you spend. Okay. Not your activity. Your spending. I haven't even spent on this game in the last 5 years. That's a funny thing. Did not think you said you spent $19 since that's stupid. Yeah, that's terrible, dude. Rejects when they're set. Yo, against Origin. Nice. Origin Fluke. Origin is running a roster of mostly pub players. A lot of them aren't even from Origin. So, I would say no. I wouldn't call it a fluke. Yeah, most of their players are not on the roster. Check out these groups very hard to stream. True, Mr. Bixib. True. I personally would prefer to stream the group that doesn't have Oblivion because I've already watched them and I'd like to watch the other group. Just because I like watching as many teams as possible, but we'll see. All right, let's keep reading. Additional observations, weekly BP missions, more demanding as the price increases. Oh, I'll have to check out what my missions look like. Never get the extended BP, only makes sense for tier 0. Any other tiers can buy 20 levels much cheaper with gold. Yeah, the extended one was like, how much was it? $49? Yeah, $48 for 20. Yeah, no. And it says the value is 74. Yeah, no. And it said missions are harder. This 20 class 3 mastery badges. Doesn't it used to be like 12? Top 2 in 24 battles, Japanese medium. Whenever it was a specified tank, usually it was less. I don't remember the numbers for all this stuff, to be honest. This one seems similar. The UK tank destroyer seems similar. Fighting the amount of battles seems similar. But some of these do seem higher. Like this 20 class 3 badges. I don't remember that being so high. Who even is top 4 contender? Good question, Temper. So right now, Oblivion, obviously favored. I think Origin's still good. I don't think they're like winning level. I think Oblivion's the one that's expected to win. Apex could be top 4 if they win from a PYS. If you win day 3 of a PYS, you qualify right in. So if Apex can pull that off, they'll do it. But otherwise, they're missing a lot of points by not being in the first PYS. So they're going to have to win PYS 2 or 3. 7 Rats, they looked pretty good. Rejects apparently beat Origin today, so I'd guess them. Those are probably the teams on the top of my head. Onyx looks like they had a good roster, but they got 3rd in their group because today's group was super hard. I don't know. And I'm not familiar with some of the other ones. World War 3 is happening soon anyway. Yeah, nice. Active players get the expensive price? No, apparently it's just by spending, not by activity. Let's go back to my screen. See if there's anything else. Conclusion. Yeah, whatever. Skip you this month's battle list. Yeah, I plan on doing that. Okay. I don't want to scroll too far down because I don't know how weird the comments get in Reddit, but yeah. Anyway, did want to talk about that a little bit. It also killed a little bit of time to the point where I can now maybe see if the brackets are done. So it sounded like Rejects won their bracket already. So congrats to them beating Origin 3-1. Very nice. I mean, people could consider that an upset, but here's Origin's roster. I'm not trying to throw shade on them. These are all good players, but they're not competitive players, most of them. Let me hide my webcam here because I'm hiding names. So Korra, normally competitive player. Yarrow, normally competitive, but he was on Joker, but since Joker's not playing, he's there. 757, that is that's Hytronic, so competitive player. Rob, competitive. No, they actually do have mostly competitive players in this roster. I was wrong. Krim, very competitive. And Mrs. Muck's very competitive. I don't know who Mirko is. I don't know who DIY is. Curtin is not competitive. Archangel, he was on their roster last season, but I'd still personally would label him as a pub player that got on the roster. So I'd say not competitive. I need to look up who... I think I know what that stands for. Dig in your... Yeah. Okay. Who is this? That's Catalyst. I would label him a pub player. Well, not pub player. He's played comp, but never for Origin. Never for a team remotely as high level as Origin. I don't know who Mirko is. I think that's Nala, who I would say is the same as Catalyst. Strong player, but not like a top 4 comp player. Yeah, that's Catalyst. Or that's Nala. I will say though, roster is better than what I thought it was. So there's 6 players that were from the competitive team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you count Archangel, that's 7. Never mind. That roster is not that bad. I think I was overstating it. I thought there were more hub players on that roster than there are. So never mind. I would say Origin is definitely in the running to win it then, especially if Krim shows up. But again, I don't see the appeal of staying up for a tournament like this. Check general ping you. I'm not checking Discord, bro. I'm in the middle of a stream. If you have something to say, you can just say it in chat, bro. I am not going over everything right now. I'm gonna turn my webcam back on. So yeah, if anyone from Origin is watching this, my bad for disrespecting your roster. It's better than I thought it was. So that's on me for not researching it well enough. My fault. So see something about battle passes? Oh, fine. I'll take a look. Okay, that's just in-game screenshots. I see why you can't post them in chat. Yeah, I'm guessing you have different prices for them. I'm sure if you check the store sliver, you'll see that on one account the price is more expensive than for the other one. That's my guess. Think Blitz comp will come back when Reforged is released. I'm hopeful, Plane Spotter. The reason I'm hopeful is because I don't see why they would hire a new tournament manager otherwise. Tolian's staying with Wargaming. It's not like she's being let go. So they're hiring an additional staff member. So they're investing in that, right? They're paying the new manager name is Whammon. I don't know if it's Whammon or Whammon. But she's getting paid, presumably a salary, decent salary. And I don't know if they've let anyone go. Tolian's not being let go, so I would hope so. A lot of community feedback that Whammon has been collecting are either they're getting marked as reviewing or delayed till Reforged, so that makes me hopeful that tournaments will be there in Reforged. The question is to what extent they're there. Will we see cash prizes completely go away? Will offlines be officially denied forever? Will they come back? I don't know. Will there be cash? I don't know. So we'll see. I'm hopeful because we got Whammon here and she has been proactive in collecting feedback. And she seems quite nice. And I am here. Really, the main reason I'm here is to help with that transition, frankly. But we'll see. You know, it's all to be determined. Yeah, anyway, it was nice chatting with you guys for a while. I didn't check the other groups, did I? Shoot. Moon versus GG. Still going. I said I wasn't going to wait for it, but it's been like almost 20 minutes since I said that. Chem versus Autis. Autis. Okay, so they win their group. What's crazy is like Autis gets more points in this PYS than Origin does as of right now. Who are these guys? So this is like Gosu, isn't it? Is this not Gosu? If I look on Baba tournament history, Rose last season. Okay, Rose for a couple seasons. Never mind. Okay, he's been in Rose for a while. Never mind. But Zero Day and K Joseph are Gosu, right? No, he's been Rose too. Am I losing? Okay, there we go. Gosu, Toma, Gosu. Okay, never mind. So I'm not that crazy. But so this is a Brazilian team, and I mean they're performing well. I'm not trying to dig their performance, but I just wouldn't expect them to do better. Okay, so Rose and Gosu seem to be interchangeable here. Okay, fair enough. Crazy that Nutellinator is playing. That is a throwback. If you know, you know. And I'll check one more Rocket League because I recognize this name as well. I saw Gosu in the name of a quick tournament. He's been playing. I swear I've seen this name more. No, maybe not. Whatever. But they defeated Chem 3-1. So we'll see when the third stage comes out. Me and Bob will talk a little bit about picking groups and stuff. I'm sure, Bob, you probably want to cover Oblivion, don't you? With your team, which you are the supreme leader of. Yeah. Rico's top 4. That's Nala. Nala is not a top 4 player. Yeah, Yarokura. How many OGs you think? You can't even say OGs. Call Me Daddy is not an OG Origin. He's a newer Origin player. He's not OG. He's good. He's not OG though. Isn't NA comp without Origin Joker? It is. It is a little bit of a bummer that Joker's not there, but I completely understand why. Just stayed. You didn't saw things. Yeah, no, it's all good. Gotcha. All right. I think I've chatted enough for now. It's been fun. Stream's gone for just over 2 hours. I'm gonna call it here, y'all. It's been great talking to you. I'm happy to be back. You know, see how this season goes. This one, I was expecting to just be a quieter one, and then if I'm around for next season, things are in a good direction. Don't know if Joker will be back. I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna speculate. I would love to see them come back, but I also have reasons to doubt that they'll come back. So like, I'm on the edge either way. But all right, I'll catch you guys around. It's been fun. I have to remember how to end the stream properly. I have a button to do it, but I don't remember it's the right one since I switched to the new overlay. But we'll just run with it. So yeah, stay safe. Happy tanking.